A lot of people face this problem, like when you read something in English, your brain first tries to translate it from your native tongue before you can really understand in English. And sometimes you know what you read, when you see something, you know it in English, but your brain, it just translated, like if it was to just confirm that something is correct or not. And there's a reason for this to happen, and it has to do with the way you study English. A lot of people study English the wrong way. Maybe not the wrong way, but in a less effective way. Well, first you need to know that this is something that happens to everyone. Every English learner, every English student, at least mostly at the beginning. When you're a beginner, you face this problem, like the manual translation, the translation in your mind. But another thing you need to know is that you only translate, your brain only translates things you already understood. I'm gonna prove it to you right now by challenging you real quick. I'm gonna say a sentence here, a pretty simple sentence, okay, in English, and you will only understand in English without translating, okay? So here it goes. My name is John. See? You can understand in English. Don't translate, okay? My name is John. Listen, my name is John. You can understand just in English. Without translate, try not to translate. Force your brain not to translate. See, listen, my name is John. You can understand only in English without thinking about your native tongue. See, it's different. You can only translate something you already understand. Like if I say something here in Chinese and you don't know Chinese, like if I say blah, 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 say something here, you won't be able to translate it because you don't understand it at all. So well, it's okay to use translation when you're a beginner, like to learn structures, to learn basics, but at a certain point you need to get rid of this translation. And it will take a long time to do it because most people studying English the wrong way. A lot of people study English using translation, but I'm gonna teach you here the right way. How to study English in a way that you won't have this translation in your head. And it's not using translation, but using assimilation to study English. A lot of people will say that it's impossible to learn English without using any translation. And when you're at the beginning, yes, this is correct, because you need to learn the structures, you need to learn the basics, but at a certain point, you start to learn like new words, new vocab, new expressions, and all those things you need to learn using assimilation, not translation. The translation will just help you understand the meaning of the words, the meaning of the expressions. So you're not gonna go for the translation, for the direct translation. You're gonna go for the meaning. And there are two ways to do that. And the first one is by using images, and the second one is by using explanations. I'm going to teach you here how to use this assimilation, how to use this meaning stuff to learn new vocabs, to improve your English without using translation. Well, let's say here, for example, you want to learn the verb to tackle, the verb to tackle. And maybe there is a way to translate this word from your native tongue, but this time you're not going to use translation to learn this verb. You're going to use just images. But how can we search for images of a verb or of an action? And that's what I'm going to teach you right now. So go to your Google Images and type something like to tackle meaning. Then you're going to see a lot of images of this verb, like people doing this action. And you'll be able to see that this is a pretty common word in American football and sometimes in soccer. And this way you can see people doing this action. And this way you can see like the meaning of this verb without translating it. You can see and you can realize what it means. So once you search for the image of a verb, you will see people doing those actions, doing that action, and you're gonna see what it means without translating it. So that way you're gonna see, your brain will like see the representation of that verb and not think about the translation. And by doing that, you're going to teach your brain to skip that step inside your head, which translate things from your native tongue. Like when you see something, when you want to learn a certain word or something, what usually happens is that your brain thinks of the representation of a certain object or noun or something, and then your brain thinks about the meaning of the word or the translation from your native language, and then your brain thinks about it in English. So there are three steps: the representation, the word in your native language, and the word in English. And by doing this, you just skip that second step inside your head. But one thing you need to realize is that there are some simple words, like words that doesn't need like a big explanation or something like that. Let me give you one example, like the word house. What's a house? This is a house. This is also a house. And for you to understand what a house is, there's no a big explanation or something like that. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty common. So you can use the translation here. You can. Well, you can search for the image of a house, but like there are some nouns, mostly nouns. They're pretty simple and there is no big explanation like the word house. But if I show you this image and I ask you, what is it? You can say, well, it's a house. But no, it is not. This is a cottage. It's not a house, it's a cottage. And it's not that simple. You can say that it's a house, but it's not that simple. So what's a cottage? A cottage is a small house, but it's usually in the countryside and usually near a lake. So it's not just a house. So you can see that there's an explanation to this word. It's not that simple. It's a cottage. So you understand, you can understand now, you know what a cottage is without translating. I just told you what a cottage is without telling you the translation or something. So I told you the meaning of this word because there is a meaning, there is an explanation. It's not just a house, it's a cottage. So you know what it is. You don't know, maybe you don't know the translation, but you know what a cottage is. It's a small house near a lake, usually in the countryside. So this is a cottage. So you've just learned by the meaning, not by the translation. And this is the second way to study. The first one is using images, and the second one is using explanations. And that's what just happened here. I told you the explanation. So you learned by the meaning, not by the translation. So there are two ways, by images and by explanations. And how can you learn new vocab, new words and expressions? By the meaning, like by using explanations. You can go to ChatGPT, you can go to a dictionary, like a dictionary only in English, and you will need to use the translation a little bit just to help you. Like when you search a word, like you search for cottage in a dictionary, and then you see the meaning, like an explanation, and you don't know the meaning, you can understand very well, you can translate the meaning, like the whole sentence. And then this way, you're not translating the word cottage. You can now understand like the meaning because you use translation to translate the sentence. So now you know the meaning of the word cottage, but you didn't translate it. Therefore, you will use translation sometimes, but you can also start using these methods to learn English in a more effective way. And as you become more and more advanced in English, you will start like using just English to learn English without any translation, without needing to use translation, like just learning the meaning, learning stuff, just only in English. And it's gonna take a while for this translation to disappear from your head. It's not like that fast. You need to start doing those things I told you in this video, and it's not fast. It's gonna take quite a while for you to get rid of this translation, but as you use less and less translation and more assimilation, this translation inside your head tend to disappear. It's gonna take a while, but if you use a great method, if you use like those kind of things I told you in this video, it's gonna help you a lot. And as time passes, this translation inside your head will starting to disappear. So that's it, guys. I really hope this video has helped you a lot. And if you liked it, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and to subscribe here to my channel so you'll see more useful videos. And feel free to comment down below and I'm gonna be happy to help you. So yeah, that's it, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!